top of the circle, turns, shoots, saved by the goalie. Beautiful rebound goal. Bulldogs score. Up top to Amelia McDonald. McDonald, big drive right into the goal mouth. Rebound, Davidson. Bulldogs score. Montagano into the circle. Quick shot by Davidson off a one-timer. Keith quickly in transition. Up to Montagano. Montagano, Denon with a quick one-timer, puts it in the back of the net.
Hello everyone, you are watching Division I High School Field Hockey simulcast on BCTV and Blue Hawk Media. Today's game has the Bedford Bulldogs hosting the Exeter Blue Hawks on a beautiful early fall evening here at Bulldog Stadium. Pete MacDonald alongside the voice of Bedford Field Hockey, Scott O'Donnell. Scott, we're playing Exeter, number 2. 9-1, their single loss at the hands of the still undefeated Keene Blackbirds. Number 4, Bedford, with 2 losses. This sets up to be a big game, capital B, for both teams.
It certainly does, Pete. And both sides of the ball, we have some really skilled players that play a lot of club field hockey around the state. These girls are all very familiar with each other. They've been battling at it for the last couple of years. But this Exeter Blue Hawk team is quite skilled. As you see the ball get right in the top of the circle, and Ray gives chase for Bedford, tries to clear. O'Keefe chips it up to Montagano at the 20. Montagano comes near sideline, up across the 35. Tries a zipper pass just out of the reach of O'Keefe. That goes out of bounds. And that'll be a Blue Hawk ball with Cummings inserting. Cummings sends it down to the 10 and the 5 and out of bounds. As you said, Pete, to start the game, there's some really huge talent here from the Blue Hawks. Players to watch this year by New Hampshire High School Sports.com listed Elsa Bishop and Danny Karen, both going on to play Division I field hockey. Elsa Bishop will be playing at Bryant. Danny Karen will be playing at UNH. Really, really skilled players. And as far as the Exeter program, quite a resume.
Yes, indeed. In fact, I think 2 things there. One, they've got to contain Elsa Bishop and Danny Karen tonight. The Bulldogs do to have any chance here. Exeter is coming off of a huge win against Winnicott on Friday after a scoreless 60 minutes. They ended up winning in overtime, and guess who the pair was that scored the goal, right? Karen to Bishop. And that's what we don't want to see tonight if you're a Bedford fan, but if you're an Exeter fan, that's exactly what you want to see.
And welcome folks from Exeter. We're being simulcasted, so both regions can get the game tonight, which is just wonderful that we're able to get on the airwaves for both school districts. So thank you all for those who are going to be joining us, whether during the game or after the game on the replay. As Karen tries to work it up the 30, but Montagano steals it. Karen gets back, tries to work the ball away from Montagano. That goes out of bounds. It's going to be a free insert for the Bulldogs at about the... Nope, they're going to call a free hit, from the 43-yard line. Catane trying to catch Montagano, but ball slips through, and Bishop is there to scoop it up and go far sideline. Bishop, beautiful stick work around 2 Bedford players. Slides the ball up, trying to catch Karen on the run, but nicely defended by senior captain for the Bedford Bulldogs, Amelia McDonald, as she pushes the ball up the field. It's going to be a free hit. Or inbound, I should say, for the Blue Hawks, as Karen comes in, works across the 20. Tries to get in the circle, does. Ball goes towards the net and just wide to the left of Addie Wolfiger, as the ball was dangerously close to being deflected. Nice job by the Blue Hawks getting it into the shooter circle. Nice big lift by Catane for Bedford, but that ball's going to come back because Karen didn't get 5 yards to play it. Kylie sends a ball upfield to Mary Lenti, freshman forward, and she gets her pocket picked by number 12, Valad. And another infraction on the Bulldogs, as Karen will take it from the 45. Here comes a big lift from Karen, one of the greatest skills she has. Gets it right in that shooter circle. Opportunity for the Blue Hawks, but Montagano is there to clear it upfield. Kylie reaches for it, goes off her foot. It's going to be a free ball for Exeter. She comes back, but O'Donnell picks Karen's pocket. She's looking for room. Goes backhand. Finds Denon. Denon up to the 40. Schaefer is there for Exeter. She sends it far sideline. Beautiful move towards a circle. Shot on the net. Right pad save by Wolfinger. As Elsa Bishop, and what you see is what you get, as she danced across that 10-yard line and got a beautiful shot off with some really nifty offense there. Ball far sideline. Karen, she works it back across the 15. Ball towards the net, bounces up. Catane knocks it down, turns, goes to clear, finds Denon. Denon trying to get it out. Elsa Bishop gets it back, finds Karen far side. Ball back towards the net, scramble for it. And Brooke Poirier is able to slow down the play. Ball's going to come back out to the 25. It's going to remain possession for the Blue Hawks. And Bishop will have it. Senior captain for Exeter, Elsa Bishop, takes a look around, goes back to Schaefer. Schaefer goes trying to go low to Karen, but Montagno intercepts, tries to send it upfield, drives it up far enough to catch a foot, and the Bulldogs will have their first free hit up around the 45. O'Donnell quickly goes back to Montagno. Montagno to McDonald. McDonald comes near side, finds O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 40. Finds O'Donnell at the 30. She moves in. Finds Lenti at the 15. Lenti into the shooter circle. Ball pops up. Hits the Exeter player. No call on that by the referee. And ball goes out of bounds. Bedford with a little bit of offensive power here. O'Keefe will have a free hit, or a free insert from the 13. She goes back, finds Ray. Ray looking for McDonald to set it up. McDonald has it. Stick handles by a player. Goes into the shooter circle, gets it in deep. Lenti there, Kylie there. Shot, save, rebound, Lenti. Bulldogs strike first. Bedford up 1-0.
What a great series there. That was their first time over the 50-yard line in the first 6 minutes of the game. McDonald to Kylie and Mary Lenti, I believe Scott got the goal.
That's who it was.
What a great little play there.
And the assist goes to Kylie as they scrambled for it. Nice tenacity on that ball, just not giving up, just getting those rebounds, Pete. The Bulldogs haven't had a lot of that this season, trying to get the ball into the net, waiting for it to go off the goalie pads and just crashing the net. So that was really nice to see how hard they just worked to put that ball in the back of the net, up 1-0. Just under 8:30 on the clock. Catane finds Montagno. Montagno spins nicely, tries to go far sideline. Denon recovers for the Bulldogs. Montagno steps up, finds Kylie on the fly. Into O'Donnell, up across the 35. O'Donnell trying to handle it, get around the defender, does. Gets to the 30, up steps O'Keefe. She sends it into the circle. Kylie's there, spins towards the net, backhand. Up comes Denon, trying to make the play before the ball got out of the shooter circle. She gets there, looking for help. Goes back to O'Donnell over the top of her stick. McDonald slips in, goes backhand towards the net. Ball bounces around, comes up, catches a shin pad, and that's going to be a corner for the Bulldogs.
Great aggressive play by the Bulldogs, just pressing the defense, and it turns out to be a great opportunity here as they earn a penalty corner.
Some smart plays on that series right there between Denon looking for help, going with the back pass, and then the ball coming back out, and McDonald stepping up and getting the ball to the net. And good things happen when the ball gets into that shooter circle. McDonald inserts, top of the circle to Kylie. Comes up top. O'Keefe tries to get a shot off. There's Elsa Bishop. She knocks it down, controls the ball, sends it far side, and out of trouble up to about the 50. Nice play by Elsa Bishop.
Yeah, terrific defensive play, getting them out of trouble in a penalty corner.
Catane near sideline, trying to catch Denon. Just mishandles a little bit, goes out of bounds. Danny Karen for Exeter, looking for space. Sends it back to Mons. Mons comes near side. Over to Valad. O'Keefe is there. O'Keefe intercepts. Bishop, beautiful reach. Intercepts the pass, sends it quickly upfield to number 19, Levitsky. Levitsky works it up to the 30, finds number 7, Zames, as she strikes into the shooter circle. Shot towards the net. Wolfiger steps out and clears it out of harm's way. You know, one of the things that we appreciate the most, we mentioned it over the years of watching Elsa Bishop, Pete, is how fluid she is. She's one of the most graceful field hockey players I've ever seen play, and she makes it look so easy. In particular, her deceptive pass is one of the most amazing things you've ever seen.
Yeah,
she looks like she's going in one direction with the ball, and she'll zip it, maybe even half field going in the other. And it just looks effortless.
It's
the
natural.
way she does it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
She's a joy to watch.
So about the 40, McDonald tries to turn and corral the ball. It pops off her stick. Number 3, Cummings, comes charging up the field for Exeter. Tries to find the gap, but can't. Poirier stops it for Bedford. Goes across the 25 and far sideline, catches Denon. Denon working the 40, trying to get around Karen. Karen will not let her by. Ball goes out of bounds. And that'll be an inbound for the Blue Hawks. Karen with a huge lift again. Right onto Bishop's stick, into the circle, turn shot, pad saved by Wolfiger. Ball comes back out. They're going to get a free hit. Another nice opportunity for the Blue Hawks. Karen with that big lift, beautiful play onto Bishop's stick, and Bishop finds the room to get the ball towards the net. Play continues. Montagano from the 45 gets it out of Bedford's end. Finds Lenti on the move across the 40. Lenti cuts left. Looks for help. Smartly back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe sees Montagano in the middle. Just a little too hot and out of her reach. Ball comes back up to Karen. Karen comes free side. Trying to catch her teammate. Ray smartly just knocks it out of bounds and backs up and gets back on defense. Ball comes up all the way into the shooter circle. Wolfinger is going to play that. She kicks it out to the near sideline. That allows the defenders for Bedford to get back. Poirier's there. Stick handles back into the feet of the Exeter player. Tries to go near sideline, catch O'Keefe, but that goes out of bounds. And that gives Bedford another opportunity to back up and get in place on defense.
You got to love Exeter's long ball. Man, they can, when they hit that ball, whether it goes in the air or on the ground, it goes.
And it goes fast, right?
It sure does.
They stretch the field.
They certainly stretch the field.
Because they have, whether it's Bishop or Karen or any of their other attacks, and they get up front, and Karen with that unbelievable lift. I mean, that is just, Danny does such a nice job with that. Again, and that's one of her super strengths as well. Along with her stick handling that she's doing right now. So top of the circle, Karen's looking for room, working it around, takes a nice shot, score, left side of the net. As we're saying, Karen with beautiful stick handling, looking for that opening. Bedford defenders try and step up and play her. She turns on a dime, rips a wrister, and catches Wolfiger. And it goes left side of the net, 1-1.
Yeah, what a terrific effort by Karen, and he certainly couldn't call that unexpected. This is exactly what she does.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ball far side, out of bounds. It'll be Exeter's ball coming in at the 45, Bedford zone. Karen looking for space. Tries to insert, catches her teammate in the foot. Montagano tries to counter quickly. Montagano up to the 40. Stick handles around Karen. Up to the 30. Pushes it up far side. That looks like Grafe Wolf that checked into the game. Ball towards the net. Lenti tries to get it towards the goal mouth, but just misses. Nicely defended by the Exeter goalie, Gloss, as she stepped up and disrupted Lenti from being able to get her stick on the ball. Montagano goes to reset, and referee's going to change possessions there, and it's going to be Exeter's ball from the 16. Mons tries to lift. O'Donnell knocks it down. trying to feed Kylie. Mon recovers, but it comes up, hits her in the leg, and that's going to be Bedford's ball from about the 22-yard line. Montagano from the 20, moves right, looking for an opening. Tries to get a shot off. Nicely defended by Karen as she stuck her stick out there and stopped that ball from advancing into the shooter circle. McDonald working after it. Ends up drawing the foul. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford from the 25. She goes backwards to Montagano. O'Keefe from the 20. O'Keefe sends it in the shooter circle. That hits a foot, and Bishop clears. Referee doesn't call that. And that goes all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Bedford zone. I don't think the referee could see that from their angle, looking through all the players. Nonetheless, Bedford's ball from about the 15-yard line. Ray looking for someone to pass to. Tries to go up top to O'Donnell, but Bishop steps up and she intercepts. Ray gets it back, chops it up again. O'Keefe gathers it. O'Keefe trying to play the middle of the field, but unfortunately, Danny Karen is there. Intercepts for Exeter. She goes to the right, moves quickly across the 10, cuts into traffic. She tries to chip it backhand. Ball comes back up out of the shooter circle. Grace Wolf clears it for Bedford. Kylie, far side. Schaefer is there to slow that play down. Catane comes back the other way. Tries to catch Kylie down the far sideline. Kylie trying to catch up to it, but doesn't quite get there as Mon's there. O'Donnell back to Montagano. Montagano trying to switch fields, finds O'Keefe. And what a first quarter we just had.
Yep. I'll tell you, a little bit different, but still just as exciting as last year. Where last year, I think the first goal was late in the third quarter. Here we have both teams a point apiece in the first quarter. But everything that this game is built out to be, it's going to be a fast-paced game. Exeter definitely has that long shot. They definitely can lift the ball. They can open the field up, as you said, stretch it long, and stretch it wide. And it's a good game right now.
Yeah, and you can just see the skill, right, Pete? I mean, Danny Karen stick-handled through about 4 Bedford defenders as she was looking for that opening at the top of the circle. And that's all she needed, was a couple feet to turn and get the shot off. And we've seen already Elsa Bishop, working and making some beautiful plays all over the fields. And this is going to be a real challenge for the Bulldogs tonight.
No, it is.
A highly skilled team. And they're no stranger to mountains of success in this program. Last year got to the semifinals, lost to the eventual state champions, Dover Green Wave. In 21 and 22, back-to-back state champs. Elsa Bishop was a freshman in 21 and a sophomore in 22, and Danny Karen was a freshman in 22. Both integral players during those runs and have been for the last 3 and 4 years, respectively. Danny Karen is only a junior, and you see her out here handling the ball, making great decisions. The veteran presence that she has because she makes really smart plays, really fun to watch. And on the other side of the ball, Bedford is moving the ball really well. They're making smart plays, they're controlling the passes and going back with it when they have the opportunity, but they're also stretching the field on their own when they get into Exeter territory, and we haven't seen them be able to do that much this year, and it's nice to see them advance that ball and send it into the shooter circle and scramble for it.
I was wondering how they were going to come out tonight. So we talked about Exeter beating Winnicott in overtime, so they're coming off a really big game. The Bulldogs had a really tough loss to Dover, 2-1. That was a tough loss for them. They had a kind of a lackluster start when they played Saturday against Nashua, and they turned it around the second quarter and did fine. But they certainly come out and have been playing with a lot of energy, to say the least. And they're both teams right now, I'd say they're evenly matched.
And here we go again. Second quarter, 1-1 tie. Ball far sideline. Grace Wolf gives chase, ends up knocking it off a Exeter player's foot, so that's going to be Bedford's ball. Montagano, a nice lift, trying to find Kylie. Ball bounces up. Referee's going to call that an Exeter ball. They try to clear. That goes off the stick of Karen and out of bounds at 35. Ball back in. Montagano cutting over across the 30, trying to advance it. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for space. Finds Keefe as she comes in towards the 20. Keefe in towards the shooter circle. Ball in. O'Donnell tries to go backhand shot. Beautiful left pad save by the Exeter goalie, as O'Donnell got a good shot off. Just couldn't find the back of the net on that. Nice offensive plays there between O'Keefe and O'Donnell trying to generate offense. Karen for Exeter. 360 stick handle. And ends up drawing the call on the Bedford team, so it's going to be a free hit. Watch out for that lift. Here it comes. Beautiful all the way up the field. McDonald knocks it down nicely, comes back the other way quickly. Looking for a lane, tries to find O'Donnell, just couldn't handle it. O'Keefe is there to get it from the 30. She goes left, cuts back to the right, tries to then enter the ball. Nicely defended there by the Exeter player. Number 3, Cummings, as she sends the ball up the field to her teammate. Number 7, Zames, into the circle, shot, left pad saved by Wolfinger. They keep at it, and off the rebound, looks like it was either Elsa Bishop. Nope, not Bishop, I'm sorry. Nicely done going after that rebound by number 18, Amorosa. Two-1 game, 13 minutes on the clock, second quarter. It has been back and forth. Nice goal by the Blue Hawks as Montagano counters the other way from the 40. O'Keefe trying to get Lenti. Ball goes all the way down to the 5-yard line. She chases, gets control of it, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell spins, tries to send it hard towards the shooter circle. Nice defensive play there by number 3, Cummings, for Exeter. Ball comes back up. O'Donnell intercepts, trying to find space. Goes off her foot, and it's going to be Exeter's free hit. Bishop quickly the other way. Wolf knocks it down for Bedford. Finds Montagano. Montagano from the 25 into Lenti. Lenti shot. Knocked down there by Mons. And comes up and catches O'Donnell in the leg. And that's going to be a free hit for Exeter, as they were able to stop the offensive effort. Mons sends it far side, just too much as it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Bedford's ball. Wolf into Montagano. Montagano into Kylie. Kylie deflects towards the net and just wide of the net. That will come back out to the 25, remain Bulldog ball. And Montagano has it. Montagano looking for help. Stick handles in, around, tries to find O'Donnell. Ball pops back up again off her stick, and she just catches it with her foot. And that'll come back out the other way from the 16. Free hit for Exeter. Mons, big lift. Montagano's there. She knocks it down. She sees Kylie, top of the circle. Kylie spins. Tries to get a shot off. Nicely defended there by the Exeter player. Another shot on net. Nice save by the Exeter goalie as she threw her hands up in the air to knock the ball down. And Exeter pulls it back out to the 30. Montagano to O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends it back in the shooter circle. Kylie cutting, just can't get there in time. Grace Wolf finds Montagano. Montagano trying to stick handle in towards the shooter circle. Looking for room. Karen all over her defensively. Nice defensive play. O'Keefe spins. Tries to find Montagano, does. Montagano trying to go down low to Lenti. Exeter defends well and knocks it out of bounds to slow down the Bedford Bulldogs.
Good pressure by the Bulldogs, obviously, but Exeter's found a solution so far.
O'Keefe, back pass to McDonald. McDonald finds Catane, far side of the field from the 40. Catane tries to go sideline. Grace Wolf just can't catch up with it, and that ball goes out of bounds. Grace Wolf's played some very good field hockey tonight. Pete made a nice couple of plays there, keeping the ball in the Exeter zone. Karen for Exeter goes far sideline. Wolf knocks it out of bounds. Slows Exeter down, but up they come. Elsa Bishop, big drive up the field all the way down to the 25. Poirier's there, trying to work it, draws the call. She goes near sideline, finds Wolf. Wolf tries to advance it up over the 50, goes off the Exeter player's stick. That's going to be Bedford's ball. Wolf looking for a lane. Tries to catch Piscientini, who just checks into the game. Piscientini over to Lenti. Lenti in towards the shooter circle, trying to get it in towards the net. Ball pops back out and goes out of bounds as O'Keefe will inbound it from about the 23-yard line. O'Keefe for Bedford. Goes to McDonald. McDonald just mishandles it off her foot. And that's going to be a free hit for the Blue Hawks. Danny Karen steps up from the 37. Looking for an opening. Starts to carry it. Goes around Piscientini. Up across the 50. Montagano slows her down. Ball chopped up to Kylie. Kylie to Piscientini. Piscientini works up across the 25. And nicely defended there by Exeter. But that ball's going to come back out to the 50, and Bishop's going to have a free hit for the Blue Hawks. She sends it downfield, and ball goes all the way down to the corner and out of bounds. 2-1, just about 8 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter. Exeter with the lead. Certainly been a back and forth
it
game.
certainly has. Yeah, I was just looking at some of the stats. Exeter, they lead the division in goals scored. They have 44 plus the 2 this evening at 46. Bedford's not too far behind. They've scored a total of 38 goals this season out of that would be 10 games.
Ray looking for an opening, trying to find Piscientini, but Bishop is there. She turns around, rips it up the field. Catane goes far side, finds Wolf. Wolf up across the 45. Ball gets all the way up to the 30. Kylie gives chase. Nicely handled there by Mons as she works that far sideline. Sends it up to Karen. Ball goes off a Bedford player's stick, and that's going to be Exeter's ball coming in about the 39-yard line. From Exeter's end, Karen, big lift, and goes out of bounds.
On the goals against, they're pretty evenly matched for the entire season. Right now, 10 games, Exeter has allowed 8 goals. Bedford's only allowed 7. If you add in tonight's, they're pretty evenly matched. So most of these games have been low scoring for both teams as far as goals against.
Ball will come out to about the 40. Catane finds McDonald. McDonald spins near side to Ray. Ray handles it. Sends the ball back upfield. Bishop grabs it, tries to send it to the sideline, but no one's there. It goes out of bounds. Bedford's ball from the 42. Ray, back pass over to Poirier. Just jumps over Poirier's stick. She gives chase, chops at it, trying to get to Catane. Catane comes back quickly, sends it out to about the 18. Montagano scoops it back up. She goes far side, finds Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf from the 35. Back to Montagano. Montagano trying the zipper pass. Finds Kylie. Kylie with speed from the 50. Starts to rip up the field. Goes up over the 40. Finds Piscientini just out of her reach. Ball comes back to the 30. Cummings for Exeter. Sends it up the field and off the stick of a Bedford player. That's number 3, Emma Cummings, who's had quite a defensive game here. That ball will come back up to about the 42 in Bedford's zone. No, 40. Cummings for Exeter. Sends the ball upfield. Montagano's there. Montagano, nice lift. Beautiful touch to O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 45. Trying to find O'Donnell. Knocked down there by Mons. Excuse me, that was knocked down by DeLello. Ray for Bedford. Lifts it. That's going to be a little too high. Dangerous ball. That'll come back to about the 15-yard line. But Bishop just takes it from where she stands, sends it in toward the shooter circle effectively. Ball comes out to about the 28. Montagano wins it, finds Lenti. Lenti looking for room, runs across the 50. Is able to get up across the 30. O'Donnell trying to go to the corner. Lenti cuts across. Beautifully pulled away by Bishop as she just goes down low and robs Lenti of the opportunity to get in towards the shooter circle. Ball far side. McDonald. She corrals it, sends it towards the box. O'Donnell gives chase, just can't get there, but Wolf's there. Shot towards the net. Wolf! Shot and a score. Bedford ties it 2-2 with a beautiful shot by Grace Wolf from just inside the shooter circle. I think that's great. Grace Wolf's first goal of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time, Pete.
Oh, it's good to see her in the game, and yes, I think that is her first goal. What a terrific shot. She took the opportunity. The ball was there, and she just took the swing right at the net, and in it goes.
She's had a heck of a game so far tonight. She's made some really good plays on that far sideline.
Bedford goal by Grace Wolf. Assisted by Amelia.
We've talked about this before, too, with Coach Gaudreau. She is not afraid to substitute. So you'll notice that Grace Wolf was not in the starting lineup, but she came in here in the second quarter and obviously has clearly had an impact.
Yep, and, keeping it fresh. It's good to see. And we've talked about the Bulldogs' depth. They have a lot of very talented kids, great athletes, and Gaudreau seems to know when to pull the strings so far. So it's been nice to see. Watching the success here early this season and watching the girls improve, which we've seen that too. As O'Keefe quickly finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell drives it far side, just out of the reach of Kylie, who gives a massive effort trying to chase it down, but just can't. As Bedford tried to do a counterattack similar to what Exeter's been doing. Ball far sideline. Bishop, stick handles up across the 40. Catane for Bedford, knocks it out of her reach, gets to Ray. Ray from the 35 trying to get it up the field. Cummings is there. She chops it up the field, but that goes out of bounds, so it'll be Bedford's ball. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We have a 2-2 game. Exeter Blue Hawks and Bedford Bulldogs. Ray finds McDonald. McDonald moves quickly, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell into her feet. Stick handles to the left, gets tripped up by the Exeter defender. No foul there. But Montagano jabs the ball away, and they're going to make a call on Montagano. Karen, stick handling, trying to draw a call as she's going into the player. Stick handles nicely around O'Keefe. Tries to send the ball up the field. But O'Donnell intercepts and sends it up the field, trying to catch Kylie on the run. Gets back to the 40. Montagano scoops it up. Nice stick work. Montagano near sideline. And Cummings with another beautiful defensive play. She has been really sharp tonight. Emma Cummings just disrupting a lot of Bedford's counterattack. Danny Karen for the Blue Hawks. Another big lift. McDonald knocks it down just before the 30. She comes charging up the field. lifting the ball over to the 40. Karen spins. O'Keefe is there. She pulls at it. Karen does stick handle around. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That'll be Bedford's ball. 40 seconds remain. If Bedford can hurry, they might be able to generate some offense here before time runs out in the second quarter. O'Keefe looking for an opening. Sees McDonald, finds her. Beautiful pass through the gap. Finds McDonald into O'Donnell. O'Donnell rips it upfield, trying to get Kylie. Ball bounces. Kylie takes a swipe at it, just misses. Ball goes far side and cleared nicely with 10 seconds left on the clock by the Exeter defense, and a nice goal stop.
Nice
from Gross.
Yeah, nice offensive play by Bedford there. And boy, if Kylie had got a piece of that, it probably would have gone in. There's your halftime. Shades of last year. We go into halftime tied. Last year it was 0-0. It's tied this year too, 2-2. I think we got a huge second half coming up. Clearly.
Well, it's certainly been enjoyable to watch this play, Pete. I mean, you want to talk about two teams that really seem evenly matched in different aspects of the game. But, Bedford strengths versus Exeter strengths, they kind of all counter each other out and end up really making for a wonderful game to watch. And we'll see what the second half of this game brings as we're 2-2. Here at Bedford High School.
Oh, big time. The players are moving, the balls are moving. It's a fantastic game. Exactly what we would have expected between these two teams. We're going to take a 2 or 3 minute break here, catch our breath, and we'll come back for second half action. You're watching BCTV simulcasting on Blue Hawk Media. This is Division I Division I field hockey. The Bedford Bulldogs 2 and the Exeter Blue Hawks 2. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching BCTV live coverage of Division I field hockey. Tonight's game is the Bedford Bulldogs hosting the Exeter Blue Hawks, also simulcast on Blue Hawk Media. So welcome to all our Seacoast friends and fans out there in Exeter and beyond. I'm Pete McDonald along with Scott O'Donnell, and that was quite the first half.
Certainly was, Pete. Really fun to watch and watch both sides of the ball. These girls compete. Amazing talent all over the place. I think I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, you have Elsa Bishop going to Bryant University, Danny Karen going to play at UNH, and Emma Mons going to Ohio Wesleyan, all going on to play college field hockey. So the talent, on this Exeter team certainly matches up with the talent on Bedford's side of the ball, where we have Amelia McDonald going to Ithaca College and Tegan O'Donnell committed to play at Bryant University as well in the future here. So, the amount of club field hockey these teams have played and intermingled on teams. A lot of these girls are friends until they get out on this field and they represent their high schools. And then the rivalry is real as Danny Karen comes flying back up the field for Exeter, stick handling beautifully at the 30. Montagano jabbing at it, trying to knock it off her stick. Karen's able to draw the call. Karen, big lift right into the shooter circle. Elsa Bishop knocks it down, spins, looking for an opening, working towards the box, stick handling. Catane gets it. Nice defensive play by Catane as she knocks it out of harm's way and draws a foul. Probably saved a goal there, Pete.
Yeah, that was classic Mia Catane there. Definitely stopped a goal.
O'Donnell gives chase and tries to send it downfield, but misses it, and Karen's going to have it from about the 33-yard line. Number 5, Danny Karen, junior captain for the Exeter Blue Hawks. Another big lift, sends it down low, catches her teammate, Amarosa, but just bounces off her stick and out of bounds, and Bedford will take it back up to the 16. Catane tries to lift it, gets knocked down quickly. Referee's going to call the ball in favor of Exeter. Karen stick handles and gets pickpocketed by Montagano, who spins and tries to rifle it downfield. sent right back in by the Exeter player, but Montagano comes charging up, trying to get away from Karen. Karen, relentless, trying to play defense against Montagano, draws a foul, and now McDonald's comes up the field for Bedford. She comes across the 50. She's looking for a lane, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell from the 35 finds Kylie. Kylie from the 20 goes far side. Ball towards the net. Ella Putney, who's in the game now at attack for Bedford, just couldn't get the handle on it, but nice try and nicely defended by the Exeter goalie. Once again, the Exeter goalie playing aggressively and disrupting the play. Ella Putney tried to work back into the circle, took a tumble, but the referee has no call on that. Montagano looking for an opportunity, spins, trying to find O'Donnell. Knocked down there by number 12, Vlad. And Exeter sends it back into Bedford zone. Anna Ray gives chase. Nice speed. Knocks the ball off the Exeter player's stick.
Oh, terrific speed by Anna Ray on that play.
Nice recovery because she got turned on the far side of the field, but, you know, she always seems to make up for it because she can run so fast. Tries to go near sideline to O'Keefe, and ball goes out of bounds. Cummings sends it up the field. Ray over to O'Keefe, goes off O'Keefe's stick and out of bounds. Cummings will bring it back in for Exeter, just about the 30-yard line. Cummings sends it down far side. Ray knocks it back down again. O'Donnell pops out with it from the 25, tries to send it upfield to catch Wolf. Kylie gets there. Kylie swipes at it, gets it up to the 50. Karen splits the D with beautiful stick work, goes around Montagano, sends it into Bishop. Bishop knocks it down in the shooter circle. Poirier's there, and they're going to call a corner. Ball bounced up there. Poirier tried to make a nice defensive play, but Bishop had position and was able to draw the foul off of Poirier.
Yeah, if Poirier wasn't there, Bishop would have been all into that net. So it was a good play, and we'll see how they do now defending the penalty corner.
And this is one of Exeter's many strengths. Mons sets, goes to the top of the circle. Karen has it, wrister towards the net. Wolfiger comes out, kicks at it, pad save. 1, 2, 3 pad saves, is able to cut off the angle. Ball goes out of bounds. Nicely defended there by the Bulldogs.
Fearless Wolfinger there. Came right out of the net and just went at it.
Yep, nice aggressive play from Addie Wolfinger. Montagano, nifty little pass backhand, trying to find O'Keefe, but just goes out of bounds. So Cummings will bring it in for Exeter from the 30. Winds up and rips one, goes off Ella Putney for Bedford, and referee's going to call a dangerous hit on that. So Ray will have it for Bedford. She goes with a back pass, intercepted there. Ball squirts by the defender and dangerously out of the reach of Addie Wolfiger's pad, but luckily for Bedford, that was not on net. Bishop from the 20 tries to split the D, draws a call. And Karen will have it about the 18. She goes 5 yards. Moves, looks for an opening towards the net. Oh, far post there. As Amorosa, had another opportunity there, almost deflected it.
It was an opening.
Yeah.
So there certainly was an opening for her. Bedford got lucky on that one.
Catane tries to go near field, and behind Grace Wolf goes out of bounds. Exeter carrying the play right now. Certainly a momentum shift. O'Donnell and Kylie work Karen and steal the ball. Ball pops back out. Montagano lifts it, trying to find Kylie and send her. But that gets knocked down off the foot of number 6, DeLello. And now O'Donnell comes charging up the field, up across the 35. Tries to get around Mons. Finds Montagano. Montagano works back up to the 25, loses it, but gets it back at the 30. Bishop was all over her, playing with nice jabs. Ball comes into the shooter circle as Grace Wolf sends it in. And referee's going to make a call that's going to be an interference. Grace Wolf quickly to Montagano. Montagano back to Grace Wolf from the 10-yard line. Grace Wolf towards the net, off of Elsa Bishop's stick. That ball will come back out to the 25 and remain Bedford's ball. Montagano from the 25. Finds O'Keefe far side. O'Keefe at the 20. She's getting pressured by the Exeter defender. McDonald looks for an opening, goes towards the circle, shoots at the net, hits the post.
Oh, I thought that went in. What a shot. What a shot.
You know, Pete, that might have gone in and come out, quite frankly.
I'm telling
from my
you.
angle, you had a better look. And they certainly called play dead, so it probably did hit the back of the net, which is why the play stopped.
Yeah,
if that hit the post, it would have continued. I apologize.
It happened so fast. Was she even in the circle? Because, of course, you have to be in the circle to score that.
She was just outside.
I think she was just outside.
What a rip.
But, wow. Love to see that.
Kylie and Montagano trying to get it to Putney. Putney can't get it. Knocks it down, spins, tries to get it to O'Donnell. Ball gets cleared out of the shooter circle. McDonald's there. She chops at it. And referee is going to bring Exeter back and have them reset from about the 30-yard line. Big hit up the field. Gets all the way into the Bedford end at the 40. Ray. Stick down low, slowing the Exeter rush down. O'Keefe knocks it out of bounds with a quick jab, but Cummings keeps at it. O'Keefe knocks it out of bounds again. That ball will come back into play from about the 35-yard line. Cummings stick handles around 2 Bedford players, sends it up the field. Bishop has it, stick handles around. O'Donnell steals it from her. Bishop steals it back, spins, tries to get a shot off. Ball comes up in the air. They're going to call a dangerous hit. It's going to be Bedford ball from the 10. Ray trying to find O'Donnell. O'Donnell charges up the field, pops the ball up. But up steps number 6, DeLello, for Exeter to slow Bedford down. Now Bedford's pinched back in their end. McDonald tries to rip the ball up the field to get some space, but out of bounds. And number 5, Danny Karen for Exeter will have it from the 15. Karen, stick handles left and right, trying to get around Kylie, spins, tries to get around Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf nicely defended there as she sends it up off an Exeter player's stick, and that's going to be Bedford's ball. Wolf will slide up. Catane will come up to the 25. Catane looking for an opening. Finds Wolf. Wolf knocks it out of the air nicely. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell up to the 50, looking for a lane. Sends it up the field, trying to catch Putney. Putney comes back, knocks at it, but just can't contain it. And that ball gets sent out of bounds far side at about the 27-yard line. O'Keefe will take it for Bedford quickly. Tries to get it to Montagano's stick. Does. Montagano moving to the left, trying to work around Cummings. She goes back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe trying to send in the shooter circle. Mons is there. And that's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Montagano wastes no time. Tries to go across the top of the circle. Backhand trying to find O'Donnell just out of her reach. Ball goes far side. O'Keefe tries to get to it. Can't, as Exeter comes breaking back out of their end. But up comes McDonald. McDonald up across the 35. Finds O'Donnell just out of her reach. Grace Wolf is there, but goes off her foot, and it's going to be a free hit for the Blue Hawks. 2-2 game, third quarter. Just under 3:20 on the clock. Karen with a big lift all the way up the field. Finds Bishop on the run. Bishop looking to make a move. Sends it far side to her teammate. Levitsky. Bishop spins, but they're going to call a free hit for the Bulldogs from about the 15. Ray takes it, tries to send it upfield. Putney gives chase. She gets to it far sideline, chips it over the players, tries to come back inside, ends up drawing a call. Ball from the 40, O'Keefe to Montagano. Montagano moves left, then right, niftily between two players, back the other side, looking to find O'Donnell on the top of the shooter circle. But once again, nicely defended by number 6, DeLello, as she knocks the ball out of the air and goes back the other way. Exeter charges up the field. Up to Amorosa. Catane is there, trying to work it away from the Exeter player. Finds Wolf. Wolf from the 25. Schaefer with a nice stick tackle to slow him down. And her effort is going to win a call for Exeter. Schaefer tries to go down low to Bishop. Bishop, nice touch pass to her teammate into the circle. Poirier tries to send it out. Up the field goes Grace Wolf with it. Maddie Kiley with speed up across the 50. Able to just chip it across Mons, but Mons reaches. Up comes O'Donnell for Bedford. She gets to the 20, tries to send it, goes off the foot of Schaefer and almost out of bounds. And now the ball does go out of bounds. Boy, Pete, what looked like a nothing play with that ball being sent up the field, kind of to nowhere. Grace Wolf actually made a great decision because she was able to utilize Maddie Kiley's speed. And she can beat everybody down the field. So when the ball goes up like that and the defenders aren't ready for it, Kiley can chase that ball down and create offense, and that's what we just saw happen. Mons for Exeter. Comes near side to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to find Cummings. Intercepted by Grace Wolf. O'Donnell moves left and right. Tries to drive it into the circle. That gets nicely defended by Cummings. In comes Montagano. Montagano to O'Donnell. She tries to one-time it. Ends up getting it off the leg of an Exeter player as Montagano sends it down low to Lenti. Lenti chipping away at it. Ball bounces towards the net. Corner. And they end up getting a corner call. 10 seconds on the clock, so the corner will play out. Little offensive burst here from Bedford late in the third quarter. Still a 2-2 game. So time will expire on the third quarter, but the corner will play out. Exeter defenders get prepared, wait for the referee's call. Well, we couldn't ask for much more, could we, Pete?
No.
A 2-2 game after 3. Great offensive presence on both sides of the ball. Great defense. Great goaltending. Just a real joy to watch this game.
Shades of last year's game that we've already talked about, and everything came down to the fourth quarter play last year, and we'll see how things play out here in the last 15 minutes. I will remind folks you're watching BCTV, simulcasting on Blue Hawk Media, Division I Field Hockey. It's Bedford 2 and the Exeter Blue Hawks 2. Friday Night Football on October 4th begins Bedford's homecoming weekend. The undefeated Bulldogs will take on the Merrimack Tomahawks right here at Bulldog Stadium. If you can't make the game in person, you can certainly catch all of the action right here on BCTV or WBNH 105.1. BCTV channels 8, high def channel 1072, and of course, if you have internet, you can watch the game from anywhere in the world. Just go on to BedfordTV.com, and you'll be able to find the game there. following the game on Friday night, and Saturday night is Bedford's big homecoming weekend, so homecoming dance. So big doings here on the hilltop. We got big doings going on right now with field hockey, with Exeter and Bedford taking a quick break here for the end of the third quarter, about ready to start the fourth. Tie game, exactly what we expected. This goes right up there as last year's game, as well as the game in Dover. It was just again one of those that just back and forth. Both teams just played hard, and we're going to see what happens here in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's so much parity in the league, Pete.
Yes.
Really, any given night, any one of these top-tier teams can beat each other. The clear front runner right now, as we've seen, are the Keene Blackbirds. But then you have a whole pile of teams. And again, Keene only beat Exeter by a goal first game of the season. So really, this is anybody's contest in the march to the end of the season, and how these seeds will happen for the playoff run. Home field advantage is going to be instrumental. And, the playoffs are really up. It's anybody's championship, quite frankly. So the Bulldogs have a tough couple of games in a row. Start here tonight with Exeter. We've got 1 quarter of play left, but they're right back in it on Wednesday with a big game against Pinkerton, who's had a great season, and then they get back next Monday and they play Winnicott at Winnicott, and once again, kryptonite for the Bulldogs, that grass field that can be so tough. So as we start the fourth quarter here with a 2-2 game, Bedford versus Exeter, we'll see how this plays out. Blue Hawks send it up the field. O'Keefe gathers it. She's looking for space to make a play. Nice stick handling. Looks to Kylie, finds Kylie. Kylie goes back inside, trying to get it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell steals it from Cummings, turns it the other way, goes to the 35, back past to Montagano. Nice control by the Bulldogs. O'Keefe trying to work it back into O'Donnell, but knocked down there by Danny Karen. Montagano steals it back, and they're going to call Montagano for the stick-on-stick, and that's going to be a free hit for Exeter. And Karen will take it from about the 32. Karen, big lift all the way up the field to the 35, and guess who's there but Elsa Bishop. Bishop goes far side. Ray pressuring her, trying to knock the ball away from her. Montagano, nice little stick handle move to get away from Bishop's pursuit, and ball goes far sideline. Once again, trying to get the ball up the field. O'Donnell gives charge. Can't get there in time. Nicely defended by Schaefer. And Montagano grabs it for Bedford, goes far side with a backhand. That ball goes out of bounds. It's at the 45-yard line. That'll be Exeter's ball. Back pass. Looks like it hit the back of a stick. It's going to be Bedford's ball. Montagano tries to counter quickly. Goes far side to Lenti. O'Donnell with a quick deflection. Can't get it towards the net as Emma Mons once again knocks the ball down and clears it for Exeter. She's so steady back there, Pete. O'Keefe, back pass to Ray. Ray looking for Catane. Ball comes back into Bedford's end, but Catane pulls it back up over the 50. Tries to find Wolf, but Wolf just misses it. Looks like that ball might have got deflected by Cummings from Exeter, so it might remain Bedford's possession. Wolf for Bedford. Back pass to Catane. Catane controls it at the 50. Tries to switch fields to Ray. Ray steps up. Doesn't get all of it. It gets knocked down there by the Exeter player who sends it into Bedford's end. Ray recovers. Looking for Montagano, who steals it from Karen. Montagano. Far side to O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 35. looking for help, finds Montagano. Nice little stick work back and forth with the give and go between O'Keefe and Montagano. O'Keefe sends it down towards Lenti, but Elsa Bishop's there. She quickly gathers it and starts to carry it up across the 25. It does go out of bounds. It'll be Bedford's ball. O'Keefe back to Ray. Ray from the 50. Just doesn't get enough on it. Knocked down there by Zames. But Poirier steps up for Bedford. Gets back up to the 50, finds O'Keefe at the 40. O'Keefe, nice stick handle. Knocked down there by Levitsky, but that's going to remain Bedford ball. O'Keefe again. Tries to go down low to Lenti, but that goes out of bounds. And it'll be Exeter's ball. Ball goes up the far sideline. Lenti knocks it out of bounds. And Danny Caron comes back to take that ball for Exeter. Big lift up the field beautifully all the way down to the 30. McDonald gathers it in nicely off the bounce. She's looking for room, trying to move forward, is able to get around two Exeter players with a beautiful stick handle. Lenti chips it up, trying to get up across the 20, does. Looking for an opening, finds Mighty Kylie. She takes a swipe at it, just can't get to it. And up comes Elsa Bishop, one-handed, up across the 50, cuts in, across Grace Wolf, up across the 30. Charges towards the 20, into the shooter circle. McDonald is there, slows Bishop down. She knocks it far sideline as O'Keefe steps up, finds Montagano. Montagano, O'Donnell on the run. Caron trying to defend her, but O'Donnell pulls away. Sends the ball up the field, bounces up towards Maddie Kiley. Mons is there, gathers it nicely off the bounce and sends it up to the 40. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Bedford's ball. They go quickly to Montagano at the 40. Montagano steps up, trying to find Grace Wolf. Just out of Grace Wolf's way as Schaefer steps up with a nice defensive play. And ball comes up to the 50. Catane is there for Bedford. She again finds Eloise Montagano, who goes back to Anna Ray, junior defender for Bedford. She goes far sideline. O'Keefe chips it, spins off the defender. Trying to find Kylie, can't quite get it there. Montagano gathers it again. Grace Wolf with numbers, sends it into the circle. O'Donnell to Kylie, shot, score!
What an effort.
You could just see it coming, Pete. Bedford was controlling the ball. They were making nice plays. They were finding the openings, finding the lanes, and beautifully done. You know, everyone on the field seemed to have a piece of that. Grace Wolf over to Montagano, over to O'Donnell and Kylie. What a great play. 3-2. Bedford leads. 8:42 on the clock in the fourth quarter. And timeout on the field. Well, from what we've seen tonight, this game is long from over, Pete.
Oh, there's so much time on the clock here. It's if you're a Bedford fan, you're wishing it was 42 seconds. But
yep. And I don't even know if that would be enough.
There is a whole game left here, and I'll tell you, the defense on both sides have done outstanding. There were some great stops by Bedford to stop Bishop, and likewise the Exeter defense has just been pesky and troublesome for the Bulldogs. Great offensive series here in the last few seconds, and results in a goal for the Bulldogs.
And what a difference it makes with Kylie's speed.
Oh,
and we've said it many a broadcast, but when Bedford sends the ball up the field and it's a chase and the chase is on, I don't think we've seen a defender this entire season be able to keep up with her when she's going after that ball.
Yeah, once her wheels start turning, you're not going to catch her. And if the ball was anywhere in her reach or in her zone, chances are she's going to get it right into the net.
Timeout is over. Players coming back out onto the field. Exeter will move on after tonight. They've got Salem, Bishop Girton, Concord, Merrimack, and Nashua South left on their schedule. And again, some really tough games there for the Exeter Blue Hawks as well. So after the goal, Karen from midfield. Away she goes. Carries it up to about the 40 into O'Donnell's feet. So she's going to draw a call there. Karen will have a free hit from about the 38. Karen looking for an opening. Big lift, knocked down nicely by the freshman Lenti for Bedford. She tries to clear, but Danny Karen gets it back, tries to split the defenders, ends up drawing the call as she had body position on the ball. Karen from the 34. Big lift, trying to find Bishop, far side of the shooter circle. Bishop lets it drop, cuts in. Nice job by Anna Ray. She comes charging up the field, knocks it off the foot of an Exeter player. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Ray sends it up the field, knocked down by Bishop. She tries to come the other way. Montagano again. Intercepts a pass, finds O'Keefe. Sorry, Lenti to Montagano. She slips up. O'Donnell steps up, battles for it against Karen, wins it. Back pass over to Montagano, switching direction. O'Keefe comes up across the 30. She's looking for help. Just too hot for Montagano as it bounces off her stick and comes all the way up to the Bedford zone. But Ray is there, tries to find O'Keefe, puts too much on it, goes out of bounds as she was trying to use that sideline. Ball comes in towards the center of the field. Karen has it. O'Donnell steals it. Kylie back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gives chase. Pokes at it. Kylie continues to push the ball up. Lenti trying to find O'Donnell. O'Donnell tries a quick backhand. Can't get it off. Referee makes a call. It's going to remain Bedford's ball just outside the shooter circle. O'Keefe sends it in. Shot on net. Beautiful pad save by Gloss for Exeter. That ball came in quickly and made it through all the traffic of players in front. And she flashed the pad and made a nice save. Montagano from the 20 goes back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe trying to find O'Donnell. Bishop is there. Knocks it down and sends it out of harm's way. And this is something we're really seeing out of Exeter tonight. We saw it with Keene too. They get in trouble and they clear the ball and just get it out of bounds and get that territory or more, field in front of them to be able to get it out of harm's way. Catane near side to Wolf. Wolf tries to get by Cummings. Nicely defended there as she knocked it down and draws a call. She'll move up the field and Danny Karen will take it for Exeter. Karen stick handles around a couple players. Montagano, beautiful steal as she comes the other way. She comes near sideline to Kylie. Kylie from the 30 trying to find O'Donnell. Sends it far side to Lenti. Lenti from the top of the circle. Shot! Score!
Oh, Mary Lenti.
Mary Lenti, freshman for the Bedford Bulldogs, buries it. Right side off a beautiful pass from Maddie Kylie. 4-2 game, Bedford ahead.
That wasn't her first goal of the season, but that was probably her best. That was just a beautiful shot she took.
Certainly was, Pete.
Perfectly positioned, great pass, and right in the net.
Well, the Bulldogs figured something out, and that's find the lanes, get the ball to the net, and use Kylie's speed.
Bedford goal by Mary Lenti. Assisted by Maddie Kylie.
Again, a lot of time on the clock. 5 minutes left in this game.
You know the old adage, 2-goal lead is the worst lead to have. So Bedford cannot let up, and I'm sure they know that, but Exeter is quite capable turning this around. And there's plenty of time.
McDonald will come down. Referee resets her. Looking for a big lift. Lifts it up the field. Gets up to about the 40. Kylie pokes it ahead. Cuts across the 50. Karen trying to defend her. The two of them collide. Kylie gets knocked down. No call on the play. Mons tries to send it upfield. Grace Wolf is there again. Finds Lenti. Lenti from the 25. Back pass trying to find O'Keefe. Think that caught her by surprise. Just didn't get to handle it. She tries to slow down the Exeter player as Cummings comes charging up the field for Exeter. She sends it far sideline. Ball works into Bishop. Bishop from the 20. Looking for space. Stick handles around Ray. She sends it towards the net and ball goes out of bounds. Short side of the net. 3:50 on the clock. And Bedford will have it. McDonald. Beautiful lift. High in the air. Goes all the way out to the 40. Lenti on the run. Chips it up. Tries to get by Karen. Karen knocks it down. Comes back quickly the other way. Comes across the 30. Montagano trying to slow her down. She gets it into the circle. Finds Bishop, but just off her stick. And out of bounds. And out of play. This will be a free hit for Bedford from the 16. Time ticking off the clock. About 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bedford up 4-2. Ray goes far sideline. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off a Bedford player. It's going to be Exeter's ball. Referee's going to move them up. I think she's going to call a foot call on that. That'll come all the way up to the 20. Cummings for Exeter. Goes down low, just too hot for her player, her teammate, as that goes out of bounds. Down to 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Ray comes up to the 16. She looks for an opening. Bedford players start to cycle. She goes far sideline, nicely defended by the Exeter player, but goes off the Exeter player's stick and out of bounds as Levitsky tried to turn it the other way, but ball went out of bounds. Ray for Bedford, 2 minutes on the clock. Ray tries to go up the middle. Ball goes back to Karen. Karen sends it up to Bishop. Bishop up across the 20, but Montagano slows her down with another nice jab. Ball comes back in over to the 20-yard line, to the top of the shooter circle. Amelia McDonald's there. Big rip up the field, knocked down by Schaefer. O'Donnell goes after the ball. Referee's going to call a stick on stick there. Going to be a free hit for Exeter. O'Donnell, beautiful stick block. She comes up the field, up across the 50, tries to send Kylie on the run. Just out of Kylie's reach. Mons is there, but Montagano gets it back. Finds Grace Wolf from the 40. Grace Wolf sends it in, trying to catch O'Donnell. Can't get to the ball. Montagano reaches for it, trying to find Wolf, and that just goes out of bounds. 1 minute left to play. Wolf will have it from the 30. Wolf looking for a lane, gets it to Montagano. Montagano back to Catane. Catane finds Montagano again, just off her stick. Gets to number 19, Levitsky. Levitsky for Exeter. Pushes the ball up. Poirier is there. She steps up, trying to find the far sideline to get it out of the way. Cuts back. Sends it to the center of the field. And Exeter comes up the field. Nicely defended there by Montagano. Montagano up, trying to find O'Donnell, just out of her reach. And ball will come near side and out of bounds. 15 seconds on the clock, Pete. 10.
This is a big win for the Bulldogs.
And game over. Bedford Bulldogs 4, Exeter Blue Hawks 2. And what a field hockey game. Both sides of the ball You certainly wouldn't have thought this was a 2-goal game. I would have thought this was going into overtime the way these two teams are playing. Both phenomenal skill out there and a real fun game to watch. Hats off to the Exeter Bluehawks. They did a lot of things right, and they're a great team. But the Bulldogs tonight just kept at it and were able to overcome, Exeter's offensive skill with a lot of grit and tenacity, getting the balls to the net, and that's what won the day.
No, that's for sure. And I think coming out of this game now, they head into 2 more tough games with a bit of confidence here that they were able to take this game by 2 goals. You've been watching BC TV coverage of Division I field hockey, the Bedford Bulldogs 4 and the Exeter Bluehawks 2. I'm Pete MacDonald along with Scott O'Donnell. I believe we'll be back for the, I know we're doing Londonderry. That'll be senior night. That'll be a big night for the senior girls. But we'll be streaming hopefully the other game just prior to Londonderry, and that'll be Timberlane. So we're on the road for a couple more days, and then back here next week. So thanks for watching, both the folks on the Seacoast watching Blue Hawk Media and the BC TV folks. We'll catch you at the next game.